Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about formula word problems. I know it says inequality also, but I'm going to make a separate video just to keep this one right where I need it. So, let's get started. First question says, a hardcover book sells for $21.80. The same title in paperback sells for $8.20. How many hardcover books must a dealer sell to take in as much money as she does for 40 paperback copies? So, we're going to let X equal number of hard copy books. Okay, because that's what we're really asking, how many hardcover books. So X is going to be the number of hardcover books. We know it's $8.20 for a paperback. It says she sells 40 paperbacks. And she wants to know how many hardcover books must a dealer sell to take in as much money as 40 paperback books. So we know the cost of a hardcover book is $21.80. But do we know how many hardcover books? No, that's our variable. So we just do $8.20 times 40. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy calculator. Somebody put on cover on backwards. Kind of irritates me. 820 times 40 gives me $328. So in order to finish solving for this, we just need to divide both sides by 2180. And we end up with X is equal to 15.05. Now, here's the real question, because we're actually dealing with something. Can you buy 0.05 of a book? Well, the answer is no. You're not going to rip out 2 pages and run away. Or you're not going to rip out 2 pages and say, hey, I only want to buy these pages. You got to buy the whole book. So, realistically, if she wants to make as much money as selling 40 paperback copies, she's going to have to buy 16 books. What kind of books, more specifically? Hardcover books. Because if we only bought 15, then we would be less than $328. And she says we want to do as much as. So if we want to have at least $328, we have to sell 16 hardcover books. Alright. This one's pretty straightforward. Let's try one that's got a little more flavor to it. This one says adult tickets for the play cost $7, and student tickets cost $3. A total of 670 tickets are sold. This has been a really good play. Worth $3,626. How many student tickets were sold? Again, start with the last sentence. That tells us our variable. So X is going to be number of student tickets and then we also have number of adult tickets. Now, there's a little key in here that we have to be very, very cautious of. So many people want to jump to the money. We're given money for adult tickets, money for student tickets, and total money. Those are going to be part of our equation, but has nothing to do with our variables. So we have to ignore them, which is really hard for people to do. So the only other piece of information we have is the total number of tickets that were sold. So think about this for a minute. If 300 student tickets were sold, how many adult tickets were sold? If there was 670 altogether. Well, the easy answer is 370. And they say, well, how do you get that? And they said, well, I just subtracted. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take the total number of tickets and subtract how many student tickets were sold, And whatever's left over has to have been how many adult tickets were sold. Makes sense, right? Alright, so now we can plug it in for the money. So, $7 for adult tickets times the number of adult tickets, 670 minus X, plus $3 for student tickets equals 3626 money sign. Now we got to do a little distributed property here. 670 times 7, 4690 minus 7x plus 3x equals 3626. Money sign. Money sign. Alright. Negative 7x plus 3x is negative 4x. 4690 money sign equals money sign 3626. I know some of you are probably going to laugh because I keep saying money sign, but hey, can't lose it. Subtract 4690 with the money sign, 4690 with the money sign, and then we do 3626 minus 4690, and we get negative 1064. Money sign equals negative 4x. At this point, some people kind of freak out. Oh my gosh, it's negative. You can't have negative money. You can't, well, I guess you can if you owe somebody money, but you can't have negative tickets. I say, hey, calm down, don't worry. Divide both sides by negative 4, because a negative divided by negative gives you a positive, so it's no harm, no foul. So x is equal to positive 266. And our money signs are gone. But the question is, what is x represent? How many student tickets were sold? So x equals 266 student. That's a really bad student. Tickets sold. Fine. And that's it. Right? The hardest part of this entire problem was right here. Getting the number of adult tickets. That's what I see so many people having a hard time about. And again, it's because they focus on the money in the problem. One of the big keys that I always try to caution people with, if you are given all the information, either all the money or all the ticket numbers, chances are you're not going to use those in your as far as your variables go. Alright, again, $7 for adult tickets, $3 for student tickets, $3,626 total. They give you everything. There's nothing left to solve for. Alright, but as far as the number of tickets, well, they give you the total number. They ask for student tickets, so that has to be our X. So we have to use those to figure out how many adult tickets we're looking at. Alright, I think I've rambled on far enough. You know, if you have any questions, or if you need to go back and see something, you can just replay the video or rewind it just a little bit. However, check your notes, ask somebody who's already done it or who's on it, because a second set of eyes is always kind of helpful. If that still doesn't work, come talk to me. I'm Mr. Weeks.